What's going on, guys? How you doing today? It's Angry Role Player, early in the morning as usual. And guys, today I wanted to bring you some sad news concerning Blessed Shield and Roland's legacy. So we got an official reply from Blizzard, and Brandy Camel, the novelist, came out on my thread here on Diablo Reddit, and basically she wrote this. I asked if there's a kind of a bug or underdeveloped feature that the Blessed Shield actually procs the 6-piece bonus of the Roland's legacy, and she replied me, technically it's both. During the patch 2.5 PTR we experimented internally with the idea of adding Blessed Shield to the Roland's. Unfortunately, technical issues arose that prevented us from moving forward with the design. So the concept was nixed. It was an idea we really liked directly from the community, and we do little experiments like this all the time. Sometimes they work and we permanently add them in, and other times, like here, it just doesn't work out. Because performance issues can arise as a result of this interaction. We'll be hot fixing this interaction back out as intended. Well, there's good news and the bad news, guys. The good news is that we actually got an official reply of this, unlike many times where things like they do not work and we get nothing, absolutely no reply, and we have no idea if it works as intended or is in a bug or an exploit or whatever. Here we have an official reply from the community manager, and this is worth a lot, guys. I mean, it means that basically my video and my post attracted enough attention for the community manager to come to us and give us an official reply on this. It's a very rare occasion. Sometimes you get replies from the game designers themselves on Twitter, but this also happens sometimes. So, okay, the bad thing is that they're gonna hotfix it and it will stop working. So do not rush with your Blessed Shield Roland's, guys. Your Blessed Shield Roland's builds and guides, guys. It will all vanish very soon. It is really sad because Blessed Shield is like bound in the heavens to work with the Roland. It's so fucking fun. And it's really sad that, instead of fixing it properly, they're just gonna hotfix and nerf it and remove it. No, not nerf because it doesn't work, it has no damage now, it is an exploit or a bug or something overperforming. So it's not a nerf, it's just a hotfix, but still, instead of fixing it and, finding a setup or, a kind of a setup, fixing it properly. Instead of fixing it properly, they decided to hotfix it and remove it, remove the setup from being viable. I proposed another proper fix for this. Another proper fix. I will read it for you. There is an easy proper fix for that. Instead of just removing it completely, just do what you guys did with the Dagger of Darts. When the huge amount of projectiles fired by the fetishes slowed the hell out of everything. That was when 23 fetishes fired darts with you, with the Zunimasa Dagger of Darts build. And when the Great Rifts started to have greatly increased density, it became almost unplayable with the increased density and the power creep. So they had to fix that. They removed all the firing fetishes, and now just like 5 or 3 of them fire just massive amount of damage, but the rest are like running around doing nothing. But that fixed the amount of collisions happening in the string, and they fixed the lag in the game partially. So reduce potential accounts leniency stacks to a fixed amount, but added to 2-piece and 4-piece bonus of Roland. And same thing happened to Faithful Memory. We all remember what happened with Faithful Memory when a lot of people cried that Faithful Memory is overpowered and infinite stacking should not exist in the game. And I actually agreed to that to an extent. I didn't agree that Faithful Memory was overpowered because it was like, you know, +1, +2 Great Rifts, and that was about it. But with the uncapped Faithful Memory, it was a chance for Crusader to be in the groups, and then it was nerfed, and Crusader never made it in the group meta again, never in the DPS meta since eternity, never was there. So, but they kept Faithful Memory, and they just let it be in the game, not removed or whatever. And this will keep the servers alive, but this will give an opportunity for a skill and setup to be viable. You did the same thing to the Whirlwind when internal tick rate was reduced by half, but the damage was simply increased. This reduced server lag, and it's completely viable now. Please don't remove it completely, just to work it properly. That's my plea to the Blizzard developers, guys, concerning Blessed Shield and Roland. In case you didn't know, there was a change, kind of internal change to the Whirlwind, and I actually found it out from the strings that were data mined on Diablo 3 Planner. It was not written anywhere. I had to dig it myself. I actually saw it myself, and what they did with the Whirlwind is it had tick rate because it's a channeling spell. And channeling spells, they all have a tick rate, and as when you attack, it ticks on the enemy, it does damage. And basically, the faster the tick rate, the more collisions happen, and the more processing power server needs to compute all this shit on screen. And what they did is they decreased the tick rate by half. So basically, it ticks two times slower, but they increased the damage by more. So it ticks lower, but it does the same amount of damage and even higher than that. They just simply increase the damage, but reduce the amount of collisions that happen for the Whirlwind that got tremendous amount of bugs, especially with area damage. If you played the Whirlwind Barb, you know how it works. Why not make it the same for the Blessed Shield? I also added up here a bit. The guy said here that keeping the track of stack isn't resource heavy as keeping track of 100 shields on screen at the same time. The problem isn't the stack, it's just the sheer number of shields. Remove the flail completely and I'm pretty sure the server impact will be nearly the same. Well, this is correct indeed, but not entirely. And I added a follow-up. This is why the amount of collisions simply must be restricted, just like with the fetish darts almost. Blessed Shield bounces up to 6 times per attack. With this shield, guys, with this shield, it bounces up to 6 times per attack, and it all depends on the attack speed, of course. It stacks infinitely with Akan's leniency. With this, it basically stacks infinitely. Well, it could simply be restricted to 50 collisions max, for example. It will still bounce up to 6 times per attack, but after it reaches 50 collisions, it stops hitting mobs and just refreshes the old stacks that when they expire. It can be done, guys. For example, you hit with the Blessed Shield, it starts adding stacks. After it reaches 50 stacks, it simply stops hitting mobs and refreshes the previous stacks. When they expire, it just stops hitting mobs, and that's it. It's the collisions, it's not the amount of shield. I mean, the shield will be the same. It's it can be done. I think it can be some kind of workaround about this, not just removing and hotfixing the Blessed Shield. I mean, it's a fun setup. Why just go and destroy it? Why? So this is it, guys. Quite sad news, but maybe there's still chance for it to survive. I will send this video to all the Diablo developers that I could reach, and I hopefully will save the Blessed Shield, guys. You can also go and upvote the link here. I will put a link in the description here. Let's save the Blessed Shield with Roland, guys. Thanks for watching and see you soon.